Hello, it has been a long time since I've shown anything related to Destiny, and I thought that I would record something before the end of the season. So this is recorded on the last day of Season of the Worthy, and it's important that I do that while things are still valid in some way. It looks like I messed up one thing on a setup over here. Oh, I know exactly what I did wrong on that one. I will fix that, don't worry. So what I'm going to do is go through and show you my characters like I've done previously over the years. For those who have not followed me over the years, which is completely understandable, I have been playing Destiny off and on as a casual, purely a casual who's an adult who works 7 days a week and doesn't have a whole lot of time to game. Matter of fact, I probably have less time to game these days than I ever have in my entire life. Certainly in my adult life. But as a casual PvE player, I'm happy with my setup. I've been playing Destiny since 2014, since not the public beta, but the beta period, the invitation only beta period in April, I want to say. And I have not played every single season of it. You know, I take time away, as many dedicated even players have done, you know, when things get relatively boring, kind of weak, kind of grindy. I personally have been happy with it in recent days. I did skip one season, the season before Worthy, but played quite a bit the season before that. But yeah, let me just show you what I've got going on. I'm actually happy with my look of my Warlock, which is my main here, for the first time in a while. For this season, I did want to go ahead and get all of my armor up to date. So though I'm using some ornaments that are older, you can see up in the upper right hand corner that all of these are Season of the Worthy items, which means that their mods, their seasonal mods, current seasonal mods, will work next season, and they will also be able to use next season's mods. So we'll not need to replace all of these items immediately, you know, basically starting tomorrow per the time that I'm recording this video. And I actually do have a mod setup that I'm pretty happy with this character. You see, I did masterwork 2 of my armor items, which is a big deal for a casual to do. I've got Taking Charge on there so that I can, that's on orb pickup. And I do generate quite a lot of orbs running masterworked weapons. That will make me charge with lightning strikes twice, gives me immediate recharge on arc grenades. Not full recharge, but they immediately start to recharge more quickly when they hit or when they kill? Oh, it doesn't. They don't even need to hit. Oh, there we go. Final blow is extended. Yeah, so kill makes it better. But more importantly, I've got Inferno Whip, so that if I'm running solar, I can stop unstoppable champions. And global reach is super important for those Warmind cells, you know, just the usage of them generally. If you run Warmind cells at all, if you make them and you don't have global reach, I mean, it only takes 1 energy. If you don't have this available to you, you should try it. You should have tried it by now. It will literally take out a space the size of a small room. It'll kill all trash mobs in a space the size of a small room, with 1 destruction of a cell. And then I've got high energy fire for when I'm charged with light. That makes my weapons do more damage. And finally, Tyrant Surge right here. So this is the one that will create Warmind cells for me when I hit with any arc ability. And I do like to run arc quite a bit. I've not gotten into using the Warmind, or excuse me, the Worthy, you know, Seraph weapons to generate Warmind cells, but that definitely helps a lot. The shotgun is something that I've just started to use. But these are weapons that I've mostly had for a while. I'm very happy to have earned some pinnacle weapons, even though they are PvE things. And, you know, anybody who played a lot could get them. But for someone like me, again, as a casual, to have gotten Wendigo finally is a big deal. To have gotten Loaded Question, not as big of a deal. But these are still both completely relevant weapons that still do quite a lot of damage. They're still very viable, very usable. even with balance changes that have occurred. And I run anti-barrier as a mod on all of my SMGs, and I run overload rounds on all of my auto rifles for this season presently. So I've got something for every kind of champion available to me. And again, the style game being rough, especially for casuals, I'm happy to have a look that I'm decently happy with. But I'm really looking forward to being able to eventually get this turned in, and I hope once they do have full transmog available, whenever it is, next year, whatever, I'm going to be holding on to this. Not because I like the look of that. I would like the look of this visor if I could change the color, but the blue always stays. But I'm holding on to this, and I'm going to hold on to it, so that hopefully when you transmog, you will get any seasonal ornaments as well. Because I unlocked this ornament, and again, as a PvE casual, to have gotten this ornament was a big deal. I was very proud of that, having reset my Valor rank in Season 3. So, yeah. I'm hoping that I'll be able to continue to hold on to that. But yeah, pretty decent setup here for me for PvE. Lots of recovery, decent mobility. I'm happy with that. And once we'll see how things go in the new season. Could change a lot of stuff, but this is the next closest thing for me to masterwork. And once I do that, I'll get one more stat over its threshold, and I'll be pretty happy with that. Recovery is so important, and I've liked mobility since they actually made mobility work, a little bit. Again, I've liked that a lot more for things other than strafing. So mobility, always a big deal for me. Speaking of mobility, let's look at my Titan. The ironically fastest moving characters in the game. So weird. Titans should be tanks. They should be the slowest. Hunters should be the fastest. But I love moving around in the Titan because it's so fast. So my Titan is not set up as well. As a matter of fact, it could probably use some help. I have some extra stuff. I just haven't gotten into setting it up properly. As a matter of fact, some of those things that are showing up as new are just the last items that I picked off the seasonal upgrade path. As I wanted to get everything off the list before we switched over, even though you are able to continue to get some stuff for the following season. I did mess up with one of the seasons that I missed entirely. Actually missed an entire season and then came in at the beginning of the season after that, and I wasn't able to pick up all of my ornaments for the rest of my characters. So I was very unhappy about that. So this time I'm good. But yeah, my setup here as far as stats are concerned is not there yet. Like the mobility definitely needs to go up, and the recovery absolutely needs to go up on this one. But that will happen. That will happen. But hey, I've got a look. I've got a look for this character that I'm decently happy with. I'm glad that they brought this back into the rotation for things that you can actually get, because back in the day, I got this, again, Season 3, I got this ornament. I guess I played a lot in Season 3. But I like this ornament. I had never used it before, because the normal look for this helmet, basically, it shows like these slits here represent your eyes. So it's like just squinting eyes. But when you put this ornament on, it changes everything, especially with a good choice of a shader that really shows the visor as a visor. I don't know. It almost has like an 80s to 90s anime mech or mech pilot kind of look, and I like it. Also, this piece right here, Future War Cult Simulator Plate. Been a long time since I used one of those, but I like the shoulder, the neck kind of collar on that. And I like the overall shape of it. Again, the style game, it matters. It matters. And I even had an ornament from back in the days when we were able to pledge to the different factions and earn stuff on behalf of the factions or from them. So, yeah, I hope that this will remain viable for a while. Once again, All of these items are from the current season, so I'll be able to use mods from this season. You see, I don't even have my mod set up for this character because I've just not been able to play it enough. But at least I have a look, so I'm happy with that. This is always, these are always useful. Unless running Void for this character. Not so much, but still. Yeah, I like the mobility. And I just haven't found much use personally for exotics with the Titan, except for Skull Fort. Of course, when appropriate, Insurmountable Skull Fort is very useful. But here's another one of my prized pinnacle weapons. So overload rounds right there, as you can see. I think this was the curated one, the curated specific one. And is that, I thought I had an ornament for this as well. Nope, there's no ornament for it. Okay, forgot about that. Did this one have one? So anti-barrier there. No. That's right, they made them available, but I never got them. Yeah. All right. Anyway, more stuff that's useful items there. Most of the things off to the side, to the left, are not so useful. This one I did get the catalyst completed on this just recently. This is my most recent catalyst to complete. I'm very happy about that. I took advantage of the late season rewards of the multiplier on catalyst completion, so I got this taken care of by just running solo escalation protocol. Get those thrall out there and kill like 20 at a time. Helps a lot. And with the multiplier, so I got that done this season. I got the prospector catalyst done this season. I got a few more done as well. So that worked out pretty nicely for me. And yeah, stats for this character, not so good. Mod setup, not done at all, but the look is cool. So what more can I ask for? Hey, I'm not using this right now because I'm pouting. Because I'm salty. I went back to this from the original what was that, year one triumphs. I had used this for the longest time, and it looks, it has a certain look, and it synergizes in terms of its look really well with this Sparrow, which I was just lucky to get. I wasn't even running a high level activity when this dropped in the Dreaming City for me. I don't remember what it was. I feel like it was just a public event, and this dropped at random, and it's so rare. It was so frustrating for so many people to get this. I mean, those were the days when drop rates were just the talk of the town, and everybody was hating on them. So I feel very lucky to have gotten this at all, and I just like it because it's different, and it works well in orange to go with this character. But previously, I'd been using Cerulean Flash, which I got in the original Dawning in year one, and then they brought it back again for the last Dawning. I'm very salty about that because it was special. I would play with friends. I would, join parties doing some, nightfall thing real quick or something. And people would be like, what is that ship? Where did you get that ship? That's cool. It's different. It's interesting. It stands out. I'm like, yeah, got it back in the original Dawning. You had to be there. Ha ha. Minus the haha part, But I was happy with it. I was proud to have been there and to have gotten that. And then they brought it back so anybody could get it. So, yeah, I'm pouting. So I'm using this instead. I still have the Mega Bloks emblem because, I got to represent some kind of brick building stuff. And also it's orange. So that works with this character, Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this character. Showed some more of my good weapon collection there. And lastly, the character that has most recently had its look changed. Why so much emphasis on look? Because why not? I'm also salty about the fact that they took away the beta specific emblem for Destiny 2. Like they have the OG emblem, but they don't have the beta emblem. I miss that. So this character, let me fix this, right? It's 10:15. My artifact is at 16. It's because of this. All right. So this is where I should be. So this character also is legit 1,000. So I'm happy about that. Okay. So previously, my hunter, for the longest time, my hunter has been running like dark looks and dark and red, or a lot of red, sometimes with some shiny gold as an accent. But I switched over to this look, which is a completely different thing, and that started from my acquisition of this piece here. And I like this piece here. It's the Dead Orbit cloak, right? Again with the faction stuff. I like this because of how it hangs. For hunters, for their cloaks, it's all about the cut and the hang of the hood. So this is not even my favorite, but it's so much better than most of them to me. It's kind of like the original what was it, Season of Triumph or whatever that was, when we had the special ones that we were able to upgrade through the three or even 4 levels. I think it was just 3 levels, from green to blue to purple, and then you can masterwork it after that. That one was really good, but you can't use it anymore, because old stuff just isn't usable. But at least that stuff isn't particularly usable anymore. But just the triangular shape and the width of the base of the hood is so important to me. Probably not important to a lot of people, but it's important to me. And I liked the shape of this cloak, how it fit around the head, but I hated the Dead Orbit emblem on the back and how bright and obvious it was. So I hid it mostly by switching over to white. And once I switched to white, that changed everything. So that was the catalyst for a complete change to the look of this character. Although I still do kind of like this. I don't like to use too much of the Skirin stuff underneath there. Forget about what it actually is. It's all about Scarin, sorry. Scarin, because scaring you. I don't like to use too much of this stuff because it always has that yellow showing through. And unless I'm running a yellow color scheme, it just doesn't work out. Or something with yellow as an accent. But this works okay, because where I ended up going once I had that white Dead Orbit cloak was I wanted to make him like an angel of death. Like bright white, but then with skeleton underneath. So I have 2 Skirin things together here when I switch to this. Again, the triangular shape, the width of the cloak, of the hood down at the base, that cut, how it folds out wide. I like that. That's what I want. So this works for me as well. But who cares about the looks? I do. Anyway, I did get this character, even though it's my tertiary character. I got it up to legit level 1000. Happy about that. Crimson. Yeah, Crimson. So I did get Crimson fully catalyzed out some time ago. That was just legit. That wasn't even using the multipliers. Bad Juju, that actually took some work to get its catalyst completed. That was a while ago. This one, so this so far has been my favorite of the Seraph weapons to use. I don't think that's a particularly great drop, configuration for it, roll, if you will, but it's okay. And yeah, it's nice to get the extra Warmind cells out of it, even though I don't have my full setup for this character here. But swap. Couldn't figure out whether to use swap or switch for that. But more auto-loading things. I still want to get an outrageous fortune with spike grenades. I've not found one yet with spike grenades and auto-loading holster. And I have rolled so many things from Zavala. He's tired of me. He's so tired of me. But I've not gotten a better version of this just yet. Eventually I will. Sticky grenades have their use, but sometimes they're just not so good. Sometimes they'll stick to bosses and not blow up. That's annoying. A boss that has an immunity phase will go into its immunity phase before the grenades blow up sometimes. This was another of the so-called pinnacle weapons I was able to get as a filthy casual player. Happy about that. Haven't used it very much, as you can see. Right? Too bad. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, this character, I got something going for it. Got some recovery. Got some mobility. Look at that. Don't even have anything in that one or that one. So I will at least be able to put recoveries into these two and this. Yeah, I should be able to get my stats into a much better place for this character. Much better place. But, obviously resilience is not very important these days at all. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as, again, Estival Excursion, just cause. And, yeah, those are my characters. Another thing that I got catalyzed fully this season was Risk Runner, finally. And I think there's one other as well. But, yeah. Should I show you my... I think I should. I think I should show you my vault real quick. It is an ugly, ugly thing. I did some sweeps over the past few seasons. Some sweeps to empty out some of the clutter as I was reaching towards 400 items out of a possible 500 in my vault. Didn't our limit start out at 100? And then I took it to 2. Now we're at 5. I have around 250 items in my vault now. But yeah, it's not a good thing. There are some nostalgia items in there. There are some things that I wish I had not gotten rid of now that I know that transmog is actually coming. It was like, I don't know. It wasn't too long after I did my most recent purge of my vault that they unveiled that full transmog was coming, where we'd be able to turn any item into a universal ornament for ourselves. Not that it's coming anytime soon, but it will come. And yeah, there are probably a ton of things that I got rid of that now I wish I hadn't. It's like, and this happens all the time, that as soon as I get rid of a bunch of clutter, look at this. So many of those things are so old. It's terrible. As soon as I get rid of a bunch of stuff, then it turns out, no, that'll actually be useful again. Dang it. Why? Why did they do this to us? So like, where are they? Where are my classics? Not that. Wow. I've not even looked at this that much. So it looks like I finally did get rid of my Year 1 Nameless Midnights. I had some. Oh no, here we go. There we go. That's one of them. I had one for each character back in the day. But okay, so I do still have that. Yeah, it's I don't know, the collection game, the style game. It's all really weird. I was on top of it at some point. To some degree, had to fall off from just not playing that much, but it goes back and forth and it gets really confusing. It's like I don't want to be overwhelmed by too much stuff that I know I'm never going to use again, but then as soon as I get rid of stuff, they say, oh, hey, you're going to be able to use your old stuff again for something useful. Dang it. I got rid of so many armor items. I had full sets of Escalation Protocol armor pieces, and I finally got rid of those because, they're not going to be useful for anything ever again, right? All the old ones. But now they are, because you'll be able to turn them into transmog. So I need to collect Escalation Protocol armor again. How much does that suck? Because I did like some of those pieces. They made for some cool looks. At least I didn't get rid of my raid specific stuff, of which I don't have very much. But I do have some raid items in here that I've held on to. So I guess that's good. But yeah, all right. That's it. Yeah, see, I don't have a lot of the really good stuff. The really, really good stuff. But that's okay. I still have fun. I have enough stuff to enjoy and to be fairly effective on the battlefield. And I did get to see the drop the slow death in the sky. Wow, this stuff is still falling from that. All right, still seeing a little bit of fallout. I wonder if that will end tomorrow with the rollover of the season. But yeah, I was able to witness the event. There's a little bit of explosion going on, but yeah, I was able to witness that live. I was very happy about that. Although, yes, of course, it took way too long. That was not cool. It took, what, over 20 minutes before anything happened whatsoever, and then the entire process was just so slow. But it was worth it. It was worth it to be there. It was definitely one of those had to be there things. The explosion itself, the crash itself, very, very cool. And I hope that they will do more stuff like that in the future. Even if it's not fully synced, I do hope that they'll do more live things like that at hopefully reasonable times that the maximum number of people will be able to take advantage of when they want to. One other thing, Guardian Games.
Guardian.
Oops, sorry. Guardian Games, total scam. And this, I mean, even for Titan mains, this is just a sham. You know, even if it wasn't a runaway win for one class because of an insurmountable skull fort, you know, because of one item essentially, even if it wasn't a runaway win, still, even though it is, like, it doesn't matter, still, just the fact that there is the reward for an entire class, for an entire game worth of people working together and being proud of what they have and what they've done, what they've accomplished, to only get this tiny little statue. I'm not a Titan main. And I feel terrible for Titans for only getting that for so much work. Anyway, just wanted to get that out there. Anyway, yes, so that's what I've got going on. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you've not, I am sorry. But looking forward to the next season, about which we know nothing as yet. But that's about to change. Take care. Bye for now.